So like I have a friend which is really lost and like she has a lot of problems. I want to help her somehow, but I don't know how. It's important to not make her load yours. Don't make her problems your own problems because they're not. And that can be very, very draining. As a friend, you can be there as a friend, just be by her side, give advice if needed, but really just show her that somebody's there that she can count on. Um, you know, I've learned that too, that like with some friends, cuz I like to give advice. I'm good at it, cuz I'm understanding. Like I understand what people are going through and I can put myself in their shoes. I have that ability, but then like I learned that just like not even too long ago, like a year and a half ago, that sometimes people don't need any words. They just need you to be there for emotional support. Because this is the thing, people try to fix other people's shit, and this is why nobody's fixing their own. Friendships, there are so many like friendships for all the wrong reasons. And people hold on to that stuff because, oh my God, we've been friends for 10 years. I can't just leave. Like, yes, you can. And maybe you even should. But you're putting this imaginary illusion called time on it, and that's why you're telling yourself you can't leave this toxic situation. In some cases, just an example. But friendships and basically all relationships, this is why even people get into relationships, because like I don't want to be alone. I'm nothing without the other person. Like bullshit. You're not a half, you're a whole. A full human being, full-fledged, dude. You got it all inside of you. You don't need anybody. Um, you know, People try to carry other people's loads but don't care about their own, and this is why the world isn't healing. This is why the world is being damaged even more. Um, Relationships should look like this. You got your baggage, I got mine. I got your back, you know? If if you need anything, I'm here. But I'm not here to fix you because I can't. Nobody can fix another person. Ultimately, people can give you stuff, they can give you tools, but you're gonna have to do it yourself. I said this so many times. Buddha, personally, even Jesus himself could have a YouTube channel where he puts out a step-by-step tutorial on how to just be the greatest and most happiest human being ever, and all of you wouldn't be able to do it, including myself. That's just how it is. He could give you all the tools, dude, and still you wouldn't know what to do with it because you gotta learn that shit yourself. So that's how relationships should be. I got you. I got you, baby. I got you. I got your back. I'm here for you. If you need me, emotional support, I'm going to get that ice cream. I'm going to be there. We're going to watch Netflix. Like, I'm here. You know? Like, I'm here through your bullshit that you're experiencing, but I can't fix it for you. And also, it's not my job. It's nobody's job. So be there for your friend. But honestly, you can tell them that they're the only ones who can truly help themselves by getting the actual help they deserve, they maybe need, but you can't do it for them. I don't know how to tell my parents about my anxiety. Just be honest. Speak from the heart. It's what I do with my audios and it seems to work. Say what you really feel, you know. Honesty is a thing that's missing in a whole lot of relationships. Honesty and communication. Like those two things. If you're not a person of words, like you don't want to like verbally just like put it out, maybe write a letter, make a video, create an audio. I don't know. There are no limits to just putting out and saying how you feel. Just do it in a way that is comfortable for you and when you feel like doing it. Of course it's not that. Listen, if it was easy, I don't think mental health would be as bad as it is in the world right now. then people would just say what they're feeling. They would get all of these words, all of the heaviness off of their shoulders and their chests. If people would just talk about what's going on inside of them, they would feel so much better, but they don't. I get it. But also, it's the way. You know, what's keeping you is fear. Fear is what keeps us from it. Fear is the opposite of love. It's not hate. Hate is originated. Like, hate's origination is fear. I don't know, just maybe start by just writing it down, like journaling. Write it down for yourself as if you would tell it another person. Like, maybe at the top you can address it to somebody you care about, you want to open up to, and then just write. You don't have to give it to anyone, it's just for yourself. And then just see how you feel, go from there. But like, do something about it, because with every day that passes, you keep it inside and it doesn't get better. And you can't expect it to get better if you don't do anything about it. So, maybe write it down for yourself first, and then share it when you can build up like enough, what's the word? Courage. Thank you. When you can build up enough courage to just like speak up and say something. I feel like these days so many people have anxiety. Yeah, because they do. Anxiety, depression, it's like the percentage on the amount of people who are dealing with something like that like skyrocketed over the last years, and especially with social media. There's a lot going on. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel called to like help, push those numbers back again to the best of my abilities. I don't know, I feel like that's why I'm here. But in order for me to be that person, and I'm not a therapist, so I didn't go to school to like learn how to deal with that stuff and where it originates in the brain and what triggers it, and I'm here, I got put on this planet, and a whole lot of shit has happened to me and that I had to like experience, go through in order for me to grow into the person who then ultimately can give it away. I can't give it away if I didn't feel it myself. Like, same thing. Like, if somebody asked me, like, imagine I didn't have tattoos. Just imagine. And somebody came up to me and was like, so I want to get a tattoo. How does it feel like? Like, what's going to happen? Like, dude, I don't know. I don't have any tattoos. How am I supposed to tell you how that's going to be like and what you should be doing, like how you should prepare and whatnot for your tattoo session if I don't have any tattoos, right? Yeah. But I can do that because I have tattoos. And I've been through that multiple times. I've sat on the chair and all that stuff. So I can tell you how to prepare and what you could do to just have a good experience. And yeah, this is the thing, you guys. That's why whatever it is that you're going through, it's your choice to either just let it break you or do something with it and let it make you. Like, because potentially everything that you're going through, everything that you are going through is for you. And potentially, if you would see it as just a challenge, an opportunity for tremendous growth, you could then give it away to others and improve another person's life, I don't know if you guys got Netflix. I invite you to watch Tony Robbins' I Am Not Your Guru and listen to every single person's story that stands up in the audience very closely. Like, watch that and listen to that, because some horrible shit has happened to some of those people, and they turned it into such beautiful, wonderful things and wonderful lives for themselves. Of course, it's all about perspective. Of course. If it's raining outside, today was a rainy day. That's why some people say some people hide from the rain and others go out and feel it. And I'm one of those feeling people. Because today people would say the weather was shit. It was rainy. It was cold. It was dark. Like, there were some gray clouds. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, today it was raining. Yes, the sky was a little darker than usual because of the rainy clouds, and it was a little colder than these past couple of days. But, today, Mother Nature, all the plants, the flowers, the greens, got some water today to grow. Maybe it's not what they wanted, because nobody really enjoys a cold, rainy day because it's cold and rainy, but maybe it's just exactly what you needed. Because life happens for you. Again, I can't emphasize that enough. Life happens for you. And if it rains right now, it's to help you grow. But if you're just crossing your arms, you're like against it, like I don't like this, and you're just gonna play the role of the victim, if you're just gonna embrace that victim role, don't expect to get better. Your victim mentality is what's keeping you from greatness. And these are words that I just needed to hear myself. Because it's true. We make ourselves suffer so much by just staying inside that victim mentality. It's like things that happened years ago, and we still carry that within us and with us, and it's so heavy. All we have to do, it sounds easier, it's easier said than done, but like we just have to drop that. Of course it takes time, but that's what we need to do. We need to stop playing the victim, because we're not. Doesn't matter what happened in the past. It's what you choose to do with it right now. Everyone needs a good slap of reality and then a hug. That's true. Everyone needs the ugly truth and needs to hear it. And then just a big ass hug, because it's okay. It's okay. It's okay not to be where you want to be at in life right now. It's okay that you don't feel the greatest. It's okay that you got all this stuff going on. It's okay. For real. Like, you're just being hard on yourself. Nobody else is. And if people are being hard on you, it's because they're being so hard on themselves. It's always a mirror. So, if, like, for example, because I read that comment, somebody said, I told my dad I self-harmed and he told me to not be so dramatic. Probably because whenever your dad was hurt when he was a child and he went to his parents with that, they always said, don't be so dramatic. It's just a little thing. It's nothing, right? Your dad wasn't allowed to feel these emotions when he got hurt. So this is how your dad has been trained. This is what your dad learned. And this is why he's letting it out on you like that. Trust me, your dad loves you very much and wouldn't want you hurt or dead or any of that stuff. It's just how he has been programmed. And you can't be hard on him for that or take it personally. You shouldn't take it personally because it has nothing to do with you. It's just what your dad has learned. That is it. That's it. And I know it's not a great situation to be in, because especially when you are being, or you put yourself in a vulnerable position by being open about your self-harm, about you self-harming like that, and you put yourself in that position by just telling someone, and especially people you love, like your parents, and they react like that. It's not easy because you want somebody to tell you that it's okay. But sometimes that's not your parents. Not because they don't want you, not because they don't want to, but because they can't. They can't. Like with back then when I was getting bullied and I felt super lonely, I wanted my mom to be there. And I told her some stuff, but she wasn't able to be there for me like I needed her to be, because she had just so much stuff going on inside of her. And she also told me a lot of the times, I can't help you with that. I was like, but mom, I want you to. But mom can't. She can't. You know? She just can't. I'm responsible for me. So, if I go off blaming other people for what I'm basically doing to myself, I'm not going to get any better. right? If you feel like you need help with whatever is going on in your life, you do your research and seek the help that you need. Whether that be a therapist or if you're good with just looking up the right people on YouTube who post videos to these topics. For example, when it comes to anxiety, there is a dude called The Anxiety Guy. His name is Dennis. He's got a YouTube channel, a podcast on Spotify, on Apple. You know, I'm not like being paid to say this or whatever. He doesn't even know me, but I was like, okay, me personally, I'm not the greatest with therapists, even though I went to a mental hospital for 4 weeks and it did help me a lot when it comes to like my personal development. But then I was like, okay, in terms of every day facing and dealing with anxiety and getting better, I'm gonna look up, I'm gonna try to find somebody who has got some knowledge on it, and Dennis has, spent years with anxiety in his life. So he's speaking from experience. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen to him. And his stuff triggered the shit out of me. And that's when I was like, this is exactly what I need to hear. But when I'm ready for it. So whenever I felt like I needed it and I needed to hear it and I was ready to face some stuff, I would listen to him and it would help. So do your research and whatever you need, you go get that. Cause it's not about this, and this doesn't make you weak or anything. Allowing yourself to get the help that you deserve in whatever way it comes is a form of self-love. It's you caring for yourself. Listen, a wounded soldier, you can't just take him home and then be like a month later, yeah, you go back to war. You have to get him out of there, patch up his wounds, clean all that stuff out, give him time to heal, and if then he's back to 100%, that's when he goes back to do what he does, what he has devoted his life to do. You have to do the same thing with yourself. How do you just expect yourself to heal in that like negative environment or like just the headspace you've been in all this time? You can't just expect stuff to change if you keep pouring salt in the wound, So, yeah, bullies have been bullied sometimes. And in some cases, it's really just because of how their parents treated them. And they've just learned that they're gonna feel bigger than the other person, and that's gonna make them feel good if they make somebody else feel small compared to them. It has multiple reasons as to why, but there's never a just because. No. There's never a just because. There's always a reason. Even if people don't want to say it, but there always is. I feel like I'm not talented. What should I do? Stop telling yourself that story. You are talented. We all are. We all have things that we're good at. Just because, like, for example, I don't know, I was never good in math. And that is okay. There are other people who are great at math. Or for example, I'm not good with seeing blood. So I don't know. I could probably never be like a firefighter, first responder. Like I could never be a doctor, and like I wouldn't be valuable and good in helping people in that way because I would just faint. And if it's two of us laying on the ground, I don't know if that does any good. So but I just appreciate people so much who can do that and who made it their job and just what they decided, like what they're gonna do in their life, I'm good at other things though. And I didn't find out what I was good at until I was like 20. Until I kind of got a glimpse of maybe this is kind of what I should be doing. there are honestly still until this day, there are so many things that I like. I don't know if I'm good at them, but you know, you don't know if you don't try. And also, we're our biggest critics, so stop that. You know, we're our biggest critics, and sometimes we talk ourselves out of things. It's not that we're actually not good, it's just that we're too hard on ourselves. I would say just have fun. You know, just have fun. That's the most important thing. Like, what are things that are fun to you? And if you don't know, then try some stuff. That's the only way to find out, you know? Some people are, again, really good at, like, all that medical stuff, first responding to, like, accidents. I would rather be the one talking to all the shocked people that it's okay. I'm mental support, you know? Not physical. So I'm not good at the physical support when it comes to that, because again, I would probably faint when I see blood. But I'm good at the mental stuff. So that's what I'm here for. It's not that you're not talented. It's just that you're probably comparing yourself to other people. You're not other people, you are you. So find out what you likes to do and then do more of that. You know, things that you love to do and like what's for you, that feels like the weekend every day. Even if it's Monday morning, 5 a.m. You can't wait to just get up and do that. You're like, if there's something you're passionate about, and when you like find your calling or whatever, that stuff keeps you up at night. Like literally, I know I have so much potential inside of me that I'm yet to like let out. I don't know how yet, but my potential keeps me up at night. Like I know I'm great. Not to put it in anybody's face. Like I know I'm great. That's for myself. I have great features and I like fucking invite you to do the same thing and believe the same stuff about yourself because you are, right? But I would never throw it in another person's face. I would never be like, I'm so great. Never. You know, I'm humble enough to not do that, but I do tell myself that I have all this stuff inside of me. Like, just do something. Do something. Like, don't sit there and wait. Do something. Is that what your mom wrote? Like, nobody will ever love me? Did your mom write that? Or nobody will ever love me and care about how I feel. If I get upset, I'm a disgrace to my family. Should have aborted you because everything was perfect till you were born. You ruined everything. Mistake, my mom. So your mom's basically calling you a mistake, but it was your mom's choice. Not saying that it was your mom's mistake. That shit, I don't believe in that. No, everything happens for a reason. And you were brought into that family for a reason. Like, that's your mom for a reason. But, you know, if your mom says nobody will ever love her or care about her, how she feels when she gets upset, you know, like, again, it's your mom's programming. It's your mom's conditioning. This has nothing to do with your worth. Has nothing to do with it. Nada, none, zero, nilch. Nichts. Has nothing to do with you and your worth, even though that is your mom. But your mom doesn't own you. You are your own person, and this is your life. You know, it's yours. So you can hold on to what your mom has said. And of course, that's like a huge thing. My own dad told me when I asked him, Dad, do you believe in me as a person? He looked me in the eyes and said, no. My own father. And of course, I cried and my world like broke together that moment. But I was like, you know what? I don't care. He says, no, this is why I'm going to do it. And twice. And the second, and like, I'm going to do it again and take pictures. You know, I'm doing it for myself, but I'm sure as hell going to rub it in. Just by being that. Like, thanks, Dad, but no thanks. It's my life. I believe in that. I create it. It's mine. I don't care if you believe in me or not. Even though you're my dad, like, you made me, right? But it's mine. It's not theirs. It's mine. You know? And of course, those are words that no kid ever wants to hear from their parents. But you're here. You won the cosmic lottery. You got a life. It's on you to do something with it. To prove to yourself and even to your mom, you are not a mistake, because you're not. Do something. Because really, it's just your mom who probably believes that she's a mistake, that she shouldn't be here. Your mom probably feels unloved and like nobody really cares about her. And like she can't be upset or anything. She has to be perfect in order for people to even accept her. And she's letting it out on you. But that's not you. It's not. Don't tell yourself that. Don't take that. Don't. Because if you take that, and if you just keep holding on to that so tight, that's how you're going to feel for the rest of your life. And the question is, do you rather want to feel like, because changing your life takes a lot of energy, sometimes even pain, you know, but it's so worth it. So would you rather take the pain of change or just stay painful like this in your own self-pity for the rest of your life and let your mom be right? Your mom. Because she doesn't even love herself. Really? That's your choice. It's everybody's choice. You know? But why would I let anybody like have that victory over me when this is mine? This is my life, my choices. It's what I do. It's what I create. And I'm going to create I am right now creating the greatest life for myself possible. I deserve to be great. I deserve to have it all. You know? I deserve to have a home. I am lovable. I deserve to have all the money that I need, not just need for my life, but that I want, so that I can then take care of my own family eventually. I deserve it all. You do too. But, you know, it's all about the story you keep repeating to yourself. So, if you don't want to live the same day every day, you got to change the story. Like, finally move on from that chapter and write something new. You write the book, you're the author. So, that's all that I can say to that. I would say whatever your mom wrote, if you got it on a piece of paper, even if you don't, write it down. And then set it on fire. Throw it away. However you like. Bury it. Doesn't even matter. Ooh, bury it. Put some water on it. And then let that imaginary tree just grow as big as you want. That's you. That's your life. Like, the best revenge is no revenge at all. It's just creating the greatest possible life for yourself and being happy. Doesn't get greater than that.